Have you ever scrolled through your phone late at night, watching everyone else succeed, and felt a sudden weight in your chest? We see their travels, their milestones, and their achievements, and we quietly ask ourselves, why am I still here? This is the comparison trap. It makes us believe that life is a race and that we are somehow losing. But what if we are comparing our internal storm with a carefully edited, silent highlight reel? We see where they have arrived, but we do not know the path they walked. We do not know their silent struggles or their unique timing. In the quiet gardens of ancient wisdom, there is a beautiful lesson about timing. Let us listen to a story of a young monk who struggled with this very feeling. He was a diligent student, but he always watched the senior monks, wondering why their meditation was deeper and their pace faster. One day, he went to his Zen master and said, "Master, I work as hard as the others. Why am I not growing at their speed?" The master did not answer. He stood up and led the young monk into the garden behind the temple. He pointed to a towering, ancient pine tree and a small, delicate rose bush growing side by side. "Look at them," the master said. "The pine tree has stood here for decades, reaching for the sky. The rose bush is small, close to the earth. The pine has never asked the rose to grow tall. The rose has never asked the pine to bloom red flowers. They both exist in perfect peace." "Why?" asked the monk. "Because," the master smiled, "they do not compare themselves. They only focus on their own nature. The pine grows tall because it is a pine. The rose blooms sweet because it is a rose. Their timing and their purposes are different. If the rose tried to become a pine, it would lose its fragrance. If the pine tried to bloom roses, it would lose its strength." The young monk looked at the trees. The heavy burden of envy lifted from his shoulders, replaced by a deep understanding. He understood that his journey was not a race against others. It was a slow unfolding of his own soul in his own time. He returned to his cabin, sat down, and poured his tea. The silence of the room was no longer empty, it was complete. In the silence of the garden, the monk found his truth. True abundance is not about having the tallest branches, but about being deeply rooted in who you are. When you are constantly looking at others, you lose sight of your own ground. You waste your precious energy trying to live a life that was never meant for you. The beauty of the forest lies in its diversity. The moss does not envy the oak, and the stream does not compete with the mountain. This is the secret of contentment. It is the realization that you have enough and that you are enough. Today, we live in a digital palace of comparison. We scroll through our feeds, comparing our career, our wealth, and our looks. We see their perfect vacations, their promotions, and their happy smiles, and a voice whispers, "You are falling behind." But you do not know their silent struggles. You do not see the anxiety behind the camera or the heavy debts behind the gold. You are comparing your messy, human reality with their carefully curated, polished highlight reel. It is a game you can never win. Every soul has its own path. Just like the pine tree and the rose bush, you are not meant to grow at the same speed as others. Some people bloom early, like the rose in spring. Others take decades to grow strong, like the pine. Neither is better, both are complete. Trust your own season. The universe did not put you on this earth to live someone else's story. When you stop comparing, you stop competing. And when you stop competing, you find the freedom to finally grow. You start to value your own quiet progress. You celebrate your small victories without needing a crowd to clap for you. Your worth is not measured by your speed compared to others. It is measured by your alignment with your own soul. Let go of the need to prove your worth to the world. Find the quiet richness that sits peacefully inside your own stillness. True wealth is not having more than your neighbor. True wealth is needing less and loving what you already have. The next time you scroll through your phone and feel left behind, take a slow breath. Remind yourself of the pine and the rose. Remember that you are a unique bloom in this vast garden of life. Walk your own path, bloom in your own season. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. Thank you for sitting in stillness with us today. May you find contentment in your own unique journey and timing. Subscribe to continue this journey of introspective peace. Until next time, stay still, be kind to yourself, and keep breathing.